What we're making today is soap dough. It is has a texture like modeling clay until you let it cure, and then it becomes hard, just like a regular bar of soap. Unlike my other recipes, I cannot give you this one. It is one that I purchased from Sorcery Soap. So what we're going to be doing is using the heat transfer method, which I've showed on my channel before, but that's just where you take your lye water and add it to your hard butters or oils, and we're going to stir this until it starts, it's pretty much melted, and then we're going to add our soft oils and blend to combine or emulsify. Now, there's not going to be any fragrance added to this because it is just moldable dough, so if you use it for one project and then another, you don't want to combine your fragrances. This is just going to be like embellishments for the top of the soap. Okay, now that we have some small chunks, I'm just going to take my immersion blender and kind of break up these small chunks into smaller bits so that we can add our other oils here. And those smaller bits will now melt down the rest of the way. So this is my soft oils, and I'm just going to pour this in here. Scraping all of it out because I don't want to lose any of my oils. And now we just blend like we normally do, just to emulsification. Now in these 3 small pitchers, I have some pigments mixed in with some oils. And I'm going to divide my batter up. Just kind of eyeballing this. Because of the way that I'm doing this, I'm using a silicone divided mold. I'll show you here in just one second. It doesn't matter if I have like one cavity that's not all the way full, because again, you're just basically pulling out chunks of it like Play-Doh. And this one, I have a little bit of red, raspberry red from Nurture Soap. And in this one, I used, let's see, which one was it? Some Synergy Mica, also from Nurture. I love Nurture's colors. Almost all of the colors I use are Nurture for the soap anyway. And then in this container, I just have some Shimmer Gold. I want this to be pretty natural looking because this is going to be my flesh tone. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of titanium dioxide in there. Just a tiny bit. I'll see where that's at after I blend it up. Grab my mold here. Oh, maybe we need just a tiny bit more of that titanium dioxide. Now I'll just pour this into as many cavities as it fills up here. Now I do not have any sodium lactate in here. I will tell you that much. And that's just what I use to make like a harder bar. But because I want this to be pliable, there is no... Oh, I made a mess. There is no titanium dioxide in here. And I know I'm stuttering. I haven't filmed in like 2 weeks, I think. It has been... I've had some wholesale orders. I've just been going crazy. So I apologize about the lack of film. But... and my stuttering. And we'll go with raspberry red here. Okay, we're back the next day, and we have put our soap into little Ziploc bags just to keep it from drying out or starting to cure. What I'm doing is just putting a little bit of cornstarch down to hopefully keep it from sticking. This would probably be easier if I had like a shinier surface to work on. But we're going to make do with what we have here. So I rolled it out about that thin. I'm going to take my circle cutter here. Cut this out. Now what I'm going to do is make sure I get this back in the bag and get the bag, you know, closed up or rolled closed while I'm working with the other. So I'm going to take this and set this aside. Well, probably not. I should probably leave that right there. I'm going to grab a little bit of the flesh tone. It's just, this is what I put. Of course, I got a little bit of green in there. Let me get that off. Just a little bit of, a tiny bit of titanium dioxide and some gold shimmer mica. Roll this out. Good, I think. And I'm not going to stick this quite yet because I want to be able to pick it up and work with it. Now I've made a couple already. They're getting better as I'm going along, but this is what I'm trying to do here. I want to make it, that's a little bit rough. I'd like to make it a little bit cleaner. So all I've done is taken my thumbs and made a couple little indentations for the eyes. And I'm going to take probably this. And that's where the little nose is going to go. Now, all I'm going to do is just take a little bit of distilled water and paint that right in the hole, and that will help me stick that nose in there. Just a cute little button nose. And make a little bit of an indentation because their eyes are closed. Because these are sleeping baby gnomes. Okay. Now, tiny bit of this pink here. Make a little baby gnome hat. So I've just rolled it into a ball. This might be a little, I'm going to grab just a little bit more. And just rolling again between my hands. All I'm doing is putting more pressure on one side than the other so that I can get a nice long shape like this to make the little bonnet or the little hat. Let's see. I had a big circle one, but I don't know what I did with it. So I'll just take this. Now I'm just opening this little hat up a little bit. Because I want it to kind of go around the head. There we go. So, since that's good, I'm going to take, again, my paintbrush with a little bit of distilled water. Just put some water on there. Stick that to the head. Okay, now let's see if I can make some ears. I'm not feeling really confident with my modeling skills here, but you know, just being a little creative. Let's see, what do I have to cut this with? This will work. Let's see, maybe if I zoom in so you can see a little bit better. There we go. And all I did there was just make a little couple scratches there to kind of give the little ear something to hold on to. I'll see if I can duplicate the size. That's going to be the challenge. Yep, that's smaller than the other one. So we'll try this again. It's sticking now. Alright. A little scrapey right here on the other side. And we can smooth out any rough edges after this little guy's put together. This is more about assembly. I'm trying to make just a little cute baby. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. Take my paintbrush there. Gently lifting the little gnome head here. Just put some water there. And stick them on. Hoping these ears. Let's try moving them up a little bit. Okay, maybe I should try cleaning this up a little bit before I fold it over. All I'm doing here is just putting a little bit of water on and then using the warmth from my finger to kind of smooth it down. I've worked with fondant in the past, and I think, to me, working with this soap dough is a lot like working with a fondant. It's not identical, but it is very reminiscent of working with fondant. This little gnome baby. I think the hardest part about any time you're doing anything like this is if you have any perfectionist tendencies whatsoever, or you're critical of yourself, it's really hard to go in and just, you know, make what you can do, what your skill level is, and be happy with it. You know, it's really easy to look and say, could be better, could be better. I mean, of course, especially if it's something that you're going to sell, you want your best product out there. But I think this is probably one of those things where you can overwork it, you know, worry too much, and end up ruining all of your hard work. Like, I'm tempted to take a little pink and paint it on the cheeks, and I may play with that, to be honest with you. But I think he's adorable.